Good morning. Today is July 9, 10:30 a.m. Kerrville, Texas, 2026. Going to do a little plinking today with my HW57. Do a little accuracy testing, and I shoot. After a few years, I figured out I give up on that artillery hole. I can just feel the blood pumping through my hands, and I can't get steady, so I have to use a rest, a front and rear rest. And I got the traditional Caldwell bag, and I learned from a guy named Dennis Pritchard, Pritchard. He made his own shooting sled for a 30-06 made out of 2x6s and 2x8s and 2x10s, and I don't need that overkill. This is cedar, about 1 inch thick, and it's 18 inches wide. You make a notch there with a 1 inch foot, and make some upward adjustments with screw bolts. And the rear is notched out for a rear bag or a sock or something, whatever you want to use. And then what I'm going to do is shoot with this. I call this my cedar sled. So it's patterned after the Caldwell lead sled, but I call it a cedar sled. I use my Garmin 0. Target's down there at 25 yards. It's a little windy. It comes in gusts, and I try to wait till the gust passes. There's my setup. I'll turn the camera off and do some shooting and show you the results. This is a neat little deal. Here's my target. I'll be having 6 targets, 5 shots each. I've been having good luck with the HW57 with the Barracuda Hunter Extreme. I looked on the back of the tin, and its diameter is 450. And I also do good with the Field Target Trophy 452. But I'm going to try Field Target Trophy with the 450 diameter, and I also have good luck with the RWS Superdome. I don't know what the diameter is; it doesn't say. But I'll do a series of shots with the cedar sled, and I'll do the same pellets with the Caldwell bags, front and rear bags, and we'll see how the accuracy does. It's a little windy. I think I said that already, but I've got a privacy fence, and it shouldn't be a big factor. I'll just wait till the gusts stop. See you on the other side. That was the RWS Superdome. That was the H&N Field Target Trophy. That was the H&N Barracuda Hunter Extreme. Here's my setup for the Caldwell bags. I got the front and rear bags. There is a difference between the two. This one, this rest, the rifle is further forward, and with the cedar sled, it's about in the middle there, and that can cause a difference in point of impact. But I think you're going to see that the accuracy is pretty darn good, and there's no flyers. Either one is good, but the HW57 gets such bad reviews because there are people that don't know what they're talking about. Anybody can say bad things about anybody, and most people will believe it. But there's a father and son, I think, group on YouTube in Great Britain. They reviewed the HW57, and they had nothing good to say about it. It was all Weihrauch's fault, and they had to use something, a ballpoint pen or something, to push the pellet further into the loading port. You just use your thumb. They don't know how to shoot, and they used one pellet, and it didn't perform. And You think Weihrauch would make a rifle like that? Where you think Weihrauch would do that? Or maybe the shooter doesn't know what he's doing. I put a comment on their, it was a friendly comment on their YouTube, and they took it down. So now you know. I wish somebody would confront them. But they do good. Otherwise, they just giving the HW57 a bad rap. People say it's not accurate. I'll show you something here in a minute. Thank you for letting me rant. Here's some information about this sled. It's patterned after the Caldwell lead sled, and it was designed by a fellow named Dennis Pritchard, P-R-I-T-C-H-A-R-D, and he made a video a couple years ago. It's roughly titled DIY Shooting Rest or something like that, and you can go to Dennis Pritchard's YouTube page and put that name in, and should take you to it. But his is made out of big 2x4s and 2x6s and 2x8s, because he shoots with high-powered rifles. But for an air rifle, you don't need all that furniture. I did his. This board is 18 inches wide. Five inches tall. The running board is 19 inches. This board is 5 inches wide, and this notch is just to keep the rear bag from falling off. You can make any kind of notch you want to. It doesn't even have to be a notch, but you need something to keep the rear bag on. If I were to do it again, I would make this 20 or 21 inches, because some of my air rifles, like the Diana 34, have a pretty long length of pull. So otherwise, I try to shoot with the front of the rifle with the front of the rest, so I'm consistent in holding it. Anyway, give it a shot. It does take some power tools and or something to make these slots, and these are bolts I got from the hardware store with wing nuts, so that you can adjust the rest up and down. If you're in the same place all the time, you don't really need to do that, but I shoot off of hills and valleys and things, and I need to go up and down with this front rest. Here are the shot results. Keep in mind, I'm a recreational shooter. I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm just using rest, and I'm not using the artillery hole. This is the cedar rest with the Field Target Trophy 450, and that's okay. I think 4 shots are real close together, and I jerk one over here. And the Caldwell bag is, I think that's 3 shots to the left and 2 to the right. That could be shooter error, but the point of impact is not exactly the same. The Barracuda Hunter Extreme was probably a little better with the cedar sled, but it wasn't bad with the Caldwell bags. I think that's shooter error there on the left. I don't know. And the RWS, there's 4 shots in one hole there to the left, and with the Caldwell bag there's 3 or 4 shots in one hole right on the bullseye. So there is a difference in the point of impact. There's a slight difference. Other days I've noticed that the elevation could be slightly different between the 2 rests because of the way the forearm is positioned on the front end, or maybe the way the rear bag is held. So, and how tight you hold the rifle, all that factors in. But that's what I had to report today. I hope this was informative to somebody. Thank you.